Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we cut through the noise and give you what you really need to know fast.
That's right.
And today, we're doing something a bit different, focusing on, well, functionality.
Mm.
Forget those dense textbooks. We're diving straight into the essential words people actually use every single day in English.
Exactly. Real life English.
Yeah.
If fluency is your goal,
Mhm.
this is kind of a shortcut.
It really
We
is.
see so many learners get bogged down in, really rare words or super complex grammar they might never actually use.
Right.
But the key, the secret sauce maybe, to just understanding a normal conversation or even just talking about your day, it's this functional vocabulary.
These little words that connect everything.
That's it, the glue.
And our source today is perfect for finding this stuff. We've looked at a day in the life of a university student, Emma.
Mhm.
She shared her whole busy routine, and it's just packed with this everyday essential English.
Yeah, her story is like a gold mine for these common, sometimes tricky functional words.
So our mission today isn't just, defining words. We want you to walk away actually using them.
Immediately, that's the goal.
We've picked out 10 really crucial words and phrases from Emma's day.
And we're going to break them down. Meaning, usage, examples, the works.
And this needs to be active for you listening. So when we introduce a word, try repeating it with us. Listen to the spelling.
Yeah, really try to lock it in. We'll take our time, like a mini lesson for each one.
Okay, get comfortable. Maybe grab a pen if that helps. Let's dive in, starting with Emma's morning.
Right at the beginning.
She says, I usually wake up around 7 in the morning.
Okay, so that first key bit of language is right there. Around 7. The word is around.
Around. That little word tells us so much, doesn't it?
It really does. It signals flexibility right away. It's not precise.
She said at 7. That sounds very exact.
Rigid, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like an appointment. But around means it's an approximation, a window.
Okay, let's get the sound right first. Repeat it slowly. Around.
Around.
One more time. Around.
Around.
And the spelling. A-R-O-U-N-D.
So the meaning.
Hmm.
Around 7 means not exactly 7.0.
Right.
Could be a little before, like 6.58, or a little after, maybe 7.05. It just means about or approximately.
And this is super common when talking about time in English, isn't it? Especially just chatting.
Oh, absolutely. We tend to prefer approximation unless precision is really necessary. It sounds more natural, more relaxed.
And we use around for other things too, right? Like location, the shop is around the corner.
Yes, exactly. Or for numbers. There are around 50 people there.
Yeah.
It signifies proximity or approximation in various contexts.
So it's really versatile.
Incredibly versatile.
Mhm.
And it avoids sounding too formal, like saying approximately.
Yeah, approximately feels a bit stiff for everyday chat.
Definitely. Think about meeting friends. You'd probably say, I'll see you around 3 p.m.
Yeah, gives you that buffer.
Right. It's like polite code for aim for this time, but don't stress about a few minutes either way. A really useful social cue, actually.
Great point. Okay, moving from time to action. Emma says next, I stay in bed for a few minutes, then I get up.
Ah, yes. This one. The classic confusion. Wake up versus get up.
It trips up so many learners. They seem similar, but they're actually distinct actions.
Critically distinct, especially for describing a routine accurately.
Okay, let's isolate them. First, the moment you stop sleeping. That's wake up.
Wake up.
Let's say it again slowly. Wake up.
Wake up.
And the spelling, W-A-K-U-P.
Okay.
Now, the action of leaving the bed. That's get up.
Get up.
Listen carefully and repeat. Get up.
Get up.
Spelling, G-E-P-U-P.
Right. So the difference, wake up, is when your brain switches on. You open your eyes, you're conscious, sleep is over.
Mental state, basically.
Exactly. But get up is physical. It's the action of actually, swinging your legs out of bed and standing up, leaving the bed.
And Emma's example is perfect. She wakes up around 7. Her eyes are open, but then she stays in bed. She hasn't gotten up yet.
Right. She might get up at, say, 7.10. The two things happen at different times.
So knowing this difference lets you be much more precise about your morning.
Totally. You avoid implying you leap out of bed the second you're conscious, which, let's be honest, isn't most people.
Definitely not me. So you can say, I wake up at 6:30, but I don't actually get up until 7 o'cloro.
Perfect. That's
Right.
exactly how you'd use them. Now, sometimes, casually, people might use wake up to imply get up, like telling a kid, wake up, school.
Okay. Context matters.
Context always matters. But fundamentally, they describe two separate events, consciousness returning and leaving the bed.
Got it. That's super clear. Okay, third word for the morning section. It's about speed, moving into the kitchen.
Hmm.
Emma says, I prepare a quick breakfast. The word is quick.
Quick, another fundamental adjective, especially for talking about efficiency.
Let's say it clearly. Quick.
Okay,
One more
right.
time.
Quick.
Quick.
Okay.
Quick.
Okay, so in this context, quick breakfast just means it's fast. It doesn't take a long time to make or to eat.
And her example supports that. Toast with jam and tea. Very fast.
Exactly. Maybe takes, what, 3-4 minutes?
Yeah, max. Now let's dig a bit deeper. Why quick and not fast? They both relate to speed, right?
Excellent question. This is subtle but important. Fast usually describes high speed or velocity. A fast car, a fast runner. Movement speed.
Okay.
Quick, on the other hand, often refers to something happening in a short amount of time, a brief duration or action.
Ah, okay. So you'd have a quick shower, not usually a fast shower.
Exactly. Unless maybe the water pressure is incredibly high.
Uh-huh. Or you take a quick look at something.
Right. A quick glance, a quick decision, a quick chat. It emphasizes brevity, immediacy.
So for things that don't take much time, quick is usually the better fit than fast.
Generally, yes.
Mm.
Especially for actions or events. A quick breakfast implies it's simple and time efficient. It's a very functional word for describing anything you do in a hurry.
Okay, that makes sense. So for the morning, around for flexible time, wake up versus get up for the start, and quick for efficiency. A solid start to the day.
Definitely. 3 key pieces right there.
All right, Emma's had her quick breakfast. She's ready to go. She heads to university and says this. It only takes me 10 minutes to get there.
This structure is vital. Absolutely essential.
The key verb here is take. Used in the specific way to talk about duration.
Right. It takes time to do something. This is how we almost always talk about how long something requires.
Okay, let's practice the verb in this context. Take.
Take.
Again, focus on the sound. Take.
Take. T-A-K-E.
So in this structure, it takes me 10 minutes. The verb take means require or need that amount of time.
So the journey requires 10 minutes of her time.
Exactly. It's impersonal, focusing on the duration needed for the action in this case, getting to university.
And the power here is you can swap out the person, the time, and the action, right? It's a formula.
Completely. It takes them 20 minutes to drive to work. It takes us an hour to cook dinner.
Or asking questions. How long does it take you to get ready? Perfect. That question form, how long does it take you,
Yeah.
is indispensable for conversation.
Yeah.
You can ask about almost any activity's duration this way.
It sounds so much more natural than saying, like, how long do you spend to get ready? Or how long do you use... Oh, much more natural. We just don't really say spend time to do something in this context. We use take. It takes time. Memorize the structure.
It makes me time to... Got it. Okay, moving through her day. Word number 5 comes up during her breaks at university. Emma says she and her classmates often go to the cafeteria. Our word is often.
Often. A key adverb of frequency tells us how frequently something happens.
Let's say it slowly. Often.
Off.
Try that again. Often.
Often.
O-F-T-E-N. Now, you mentioned the T. Some people say often, right?
Yes, that's a pronunciation variation.
Yeah.
In American English, the T is usually silent. Often. In British English and some other dialects, you might hear the T pronounced often. Both are correct.
Good to know. So listen out for both versions. And the meaning. Where does it sit on the frequency scale? Right. Think of a scale from never to always.
Yeah.
You've got never, rarely, sometimes, often, usually, always.
So often is more than sometimes.
Yes, it happens many times. It's a regular habit for Emma and her friends, but maybe not every single day. It's frequent, but not 100% of the time.
It's less than always or usually.
Exactly. The source example was good. I sometimes eat fish, but I often eat chicken. Chicken is the more frequent habit.
Okay. And where does it usually go in a sentence? This trips people up too.
Good point. Typically, adverbs of frequency like often go before the main verb.
Like in Emma's sentence, they often go.
Right. The exception is the verb to be. With be, the adverb comes after it. They are often late.
Ah, okay. Before main verbs, after be. That's a really useful grammar tip.
Definitely helps avoid awkward phrasing.
All right. Word number 6. Emma's finished classes. She's heading home. She says, on the way, I sometimes stop at a small market. The phrase is on the way.
On the way. Such an efficient little phrase. Tells you about location relative to a journey.
Let's practice the whole phrase. On the way.
On the way.
One more time. On the way.
On the way.
O-N-T-H-E-W-A-Y.
Okay, so on the way means during the journey, while she is traveling from point A university to point B, home.
So the market is located along her normal route home.
Exactly. She doesn't have to make a detour or a special trip. It's convenient.
That convenience aspect is key, isn't it? If I say I'll pick up milk on the way home, it means the shop is right there on my road.
Precisely. It implies efficiency. The opposite would be going out of my way, which means making an extra, possibly inconvenient trip.
Right. If the market was in the opposite direction, she wouldn't say it was on the way.
No, definitely not. So on the way describes something conveniently located along your planned path of travel. Very useful for errands and describing journeys.
Okay, great. So that covers travel time with take, frequency with often, and location during travel with on the way. We're building a good picture of her day.
Absolutely. Moving into the evening next.
All right, Emma's finally home. Time to relax a bit. She changes clothes and she says, rests for a while.
For a while. This is a great phrase for talking about duration, but in a non-specific way.
Yeah, it feels less precise than for 10 minutes or for an hour. Let's practice it. For a while.
For a while.
Again, notice the flow. For a while.
For a while.
Forawhile.
So the meaning is basically for a period of time. But the key is that it's not specific.
How long is a while typically?
Well, it's the point. It's vague. It's generally understood to be longer than just a few minutes, but definitely not like hours and hours. Maybe 20 minutes, maybe an hour. It depends on the context.
So if Emma rests for a while, we know she's taking a break, but she's not planning to nap for 3 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It suggests a temporary pause before she gets back to other things. It manages expectations without committing to a fixed time.
Like if I say, I'm going to read for a while, it means I'm reading now, but I could stop whenever I feel like it.
Perfect example. We use it all the time for leisure activities or waiting. We chatted for a while. You looked at the painting for a while. It fills that gap between a short time and a long time when you don't need or want to be exact.
Useful vagueness. Okay, after resting, it's dinner time. And Emma brings back a concept from breakfast. She cooks something simple for dinner. Word number 8 is simple.
Simple. A really useful adjective, the opposite of complex or complicated?
Let's say it. Simple.
Simple.
Again,
simple.
S-I-M-P-L-E.
So in the context of cooking, simple means it's easy to make. Doesn't require lots of ingredients, difficult techniques, or a long time.
Like her examples, pasta or soup, definitely fit the simple category for most people.
Right. It's not a big, elaborate, fancy meal. It implies ease and lack of complexity.
Now, compared to other words like basic or plain, why is simple often the best choice here?
Good question. Basic often means fundamental or essential, like basic needs. Plain often refers to lack of adornment or strong flavor, like plain yogurt. Simple, however, often refers to the ease of doing or understanding something. A simple solution, a simple explanation, a simple design. It directly contrasts with complicated.
So for describing tasks or processes, simple emphasizes the ease of execution. A simple dinner is easy to make.
Exactly. It fits perfectly with the theme of a busy student needing efficient, easy options.
Makes sense. And after the simple dinner comes the inevitable chore, our 9th item.
Yes.
Emma says, after dinner, I clean up the kitchen. This is a really important phrasal verb. Clean up.
Hugely important. Phrasal verbs are, well, often challenging for learners, but you absolutely need them for natural English. Clean up is one of the most common.
Let's focus on the 2 words together. Clean up.
Clean up.
Listen and repeat, feeling the connection. Clean up. C-L-E-A-N-U-P.
So a phrasal verb often has a meaning different from the individual words. Clean means remove dirt, but clean up means to make a place tidy and clean, usually after an activity that made a mess.
Like cooking and eating.
Exactly. It's about restoring order, tidy and clean.
And it covers a lot of actions, doesn't it? When Emma says she cleans up the kitchen, that probably includes washing dishes, wiping counters,
Putting food away, maybe sweeping the floor. It bundles the whole post-meal tidying process into one phrase. Very efficient.
so you don't have to list everything. I washed the dishes, I wiped the table, I put away the... No, just I cleaned up the kitchen.
Much more natural.
Yeah.
And we use it for other messes too. Clean up your room. Clean up a spill.
You mentioned phrasal verbs can sometimes be separated. Can we do that here? Can she say, I clean the kitchen up?
Yes, you can. Clean up is a separable phrasal verb. You can put the object, the kitchen, between clean and up.
I clean the kitchen up.
Both clean up the kitchen and clean the kitchen up are correct and sound natural. Knowing you can separate it shows a good grasp of grammar, but using them together is perfectly fine too.
Okay, so cleanup is essential for talking about tidying any kind of mess. A must-have functional phrase. All right, we're reaching the end of Emma's day. She studied, maybe watched some TV, and just before sleep, she does something very relatable.
A very modern habit.
She says, I checked my phone one last time. Our 10th and final word is the verb check.
Check.
Hmm.
A short, incredibly versatile verb, essential for describing quick examinations or verifications.
I practice it. Check.
Check.
Say it clearly. Check.
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 So in Emma's context, to check her phone means to look at it briefly.
Right. See if there are any new messages, notifications, alarms set, that kind of thing.
Exactly. It's a quick scan or verification before she finishes her day and goes to sleep.
And this verb is so functional because we use it for all sorts of quick verifications, don't we?
Constantly.
Yeah.
You check your email, you check the time, you check the weather forecast, you check if the door is locked.
Before sending a message, I check for typos.
Right. It implies a brief, focused examination to confirm something or get quick information. It often implies ensuring something is correct or okay.
It feels related to quick, our earlier word, a quick check.
Very much so. The action of checking is usually brief. You check the ingredients before cooking. You check your pockets for your keys. It's the go-to verb for these rapid information scans or confirmations.
And what's really neat is how Emma's description ends. She checks her phone, and then she says she goes to sleep around 11 p.m.
Bringing it full circle.
Exactly. She uses around, the very first word we discussed, to describe the very end of her routine.
That perfectly illustrates how these functional words are woven throughout everyday language. They aren't isolated. They work together constantly.
It shows the value of really understanding these, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Just knowing the main content words isn't enough. It's these functional bits around get up, quick, take, often, on the way for a while, simple, clean up, check, that provide the structure, the nuance, the flow.
Understanding them makes the whole picture, like Emma's story, much clearer and more natural sounding.
You understand the how and the when and the how often, not just the what. That's the difference between basic comprehension and really getting it.
Real English for real life, like we said at the start.
Exactly that.
So that brings us to the end of this deep dive into functional English vocabulary.
10 key words and phrases.
We hope you didn't just listen, but really engaged, repeated the words, thought about the meanings.
Because these aren't just random words. They're foundational structures. It takes me. I offer. Let's clean up. I'll do for a while.
These are the tools you need to describe your life, your routines, your habits, much more naturally and accurately.
Using these correctly is a big step towards sounding more fluent.
So, as a final thought, we want to give you a little homework, something practical.
Yeah, put it into action right away.
Think about your own morning routine, right now.
And try to use some of the words we focused on from the start of Emma's day.
Specifically, think about wake up versus get up. And maybe the idea of a quick breakfast.
Can you describe the very beginning of your day using those terms accurately?
I wake up at time, but I don't get up until time. Then I have a quick breakfast item.
Try formulating that sentence for yourself. Say it out loud. Write it down.
That active use is what really cements the learning. Make these words part of your active vocabulary starting today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. We hope you found it genuinely useful.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep speaking. Until next time.
Goodbye, everyone.